The first thing is basic interest. So this is like you're talking to a girl and she says, I got to go to the bathroom. That is a lack of basic interest. She doesn't even want to speak to you.
Really?
Conversate. Well, if that ever should happen, like in an interaction, not that she would take a pee and then come back, but that she would excuse herself and never be seen or heard from again.
Oh.
So are you in interaction? Is she engaged in conversation, answering with more than one word answers, following up with questions, reciprocating interest to you? That's the basic thing. And that's not sexual at all. That's like person to person.
Sure.
So is she interested? The second thing is, are you communicating that you actually have standards? Meaning a lot of guys, the standard that they implicitly have for women is, are you willing? Like, do you like me? Because I'm in if that's the case. And I think this is what happens when you see men putting women on pedestals, and a woman might say, he'll ask her, well, what do you do for work? And she'll say, I'm an accountant. He'll go, oh, an accountant, that's so amazing. That's so cool. And he doesn't give a crap about accounting, but whatever she were to say, it's amazing. And people pick up on that and sense that you lack any sort of standard and are only interested in them for their looks. And that's a turnoff. And then the third piece is, are you building sexual tension? And that starts with like lasting eye contact. It's the second thing you might do is, rather than sitting across a booth from somebody, you can sit on the same side of the table or at the bar, so that when you're joking with them, you can touch them on the shoulder or laugh by touching their hand or high five. Like, you wouldn't want to sit like we are right now on a date, because it's going to be much tougher to establish any sort of comfort with physical contact. And then what happens is, at the end of dates, a lot of people who don't do that piece, you're walking the girl to her doorstep, you haven't touched all night, and it's like, how do I bridge this gap between you and me? Because we're not even comfortable holding hands at this point. And I got it close to the mic.
Wow.
So those are the things, and I would ask anyone out there, self-diagnose, which is the area that is lacking? And if it's any of those areas, there's prescriptions that you can give to start to not falter so much in those areas.
That's some really good advice.
Thanks, man.
And it's kind of stuff that I feel like I intuitively just know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I just
Natural,
don't.
like I said.
Well, I don't like just reinforce it to myself as often as I probably should.
Sure.
So it makes sense. And if I look back on my dates, I can kind of understand why. Like I mentioned.
Where do you think of those three? Does one ring true?
Every date is a different experience, man. It really is. So for example, like we didn't have any contact until the end of the date. Everything beforehand seemed to go well though. Another one, I honestly kind of rejected the girl throughout the date, which was kind of just like my bad on that. I don't know. I was just feeling weird that day, I guess. Another one, what other dates have I been on? I didn't text the girl.
That's all two of them. No.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I don't know. I feel like I can diagnose for the most part, like what's going wrong. And I don't think I necessarily try very hard on the dates. Like I kind of just go and whatever happens, happens. So I suppose I could also work on that.
Got it. There you go. You know the answers.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.